our venerable house. Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon. You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
I like it. I like it a lot. I actually don't watch a lot of that stuff. So anyway, this is our house right here. This is essentially Caretaker's ghost town. In the game, anyway. My town, at least the way I see it, does not look like this. And you see, the actual castle is right up here. I hope it's catching my mouse cursor, but it's right up there. But this is basically their form of loading screen. When it's done, you'll see down here it says click to continue. So, let's start it off. We're going to get Ronald the Crusader. And this is just the tutorial stuff. You can click to go back and forth, to click the room to move, and then it leads on that path. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to look at what we have. Alright, so he's Warrior of Light. As long as this stays above 75%, which is about right here, he'll do 10% extra damage. He's also a kleptomaniac, which means when checking items, he'll sometimes steal them, which means you don't get them at all. He'll say something like, "Oh, I've been a good adventurer, and I think I'll take that for myself because I deserve it." And you'll lose the items outright, so you don't want him to open things. God-fearing means when you're in town, he'll pay. You can only pray. Nothing else will work, and you want to knock that off him as soon as you can. Well, it's not as soon as you can, but yeah. So let's go look at Dismas. He's the highwayman. He's looking pretty good. Let's see what he's got. So he's a known cheat, which means he's not allowed to gamble. He's got a 15% stun resistance and +2 speed. Nice. Alright, so we're going to jump right into the next area. Now, you can use a keyboard or mouse. I'm going to be using a mouse just because it's a lot quieter. Alright, we're going to reverse fight. Oh, enemy surprise. Oh, and we've been surprised. That's not good. Ow. So sometimes what happens when you get surprised, you'll actually get moved around a little bit, and that really sucks, but luckily we didn't. So as you see, we have 4 different abilities to use. Now if you look at those little dots down there, yellow is where you can be, and red is where they can be for you to hit them. And there's 4 slots for each side. There can only be 4 enemies per area, and some are so big they'll take up 2. So right now we're going to do his strongest attack and melee range, which is open vein. The other one is an AoE attack. It's got 75 base accuracy, so the accuracy isn't amazing. And I could probably kill him with this, so let's see if I can. Yeah, we go. He's got an AoE, a stun, and he also takes this damage using bulwark, so. And you can also check your items right down here. These are rations. It gives you 1 health when using it, but there's also some kind of debuffs you can get where it says, you know, oh, you're hungry, you need to eat, and if you eat, you gain health. If you don't have it, you starve, and you lose a massive amount of health, and you take a lot of stress. And that's this right here. If this hits 100, you can get a negative trait, which is right here, any of these, or you can get a random positive trait, which will show up right here. Negative traits never go away. They're stuck with you. You have to lower your stress levels in town to change it. And here's a positive one. It lasts for the run, and that's about it. And along the way, you'll see these interactables, and sometimes they're booby traps, sometimes they're not. So, ooh, we got a good one too.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
1,500 gold. Every time you open up one of those, by the way, it's risk. Oh, it looks like we start off with a boss fight. Wow, we surprised them for once. I like it. Now, the pistol shot is good because you can hit people in the back, and it's got a really high crit chance, but it doesn't have the best chance of hitting. Let's see if we're going to hit this one. Alright, no crit, but we did hit him, which is actually nice. Now, I want to keep this guy stunned because he does a fair bit of damage. He does a lot of AoE damage. Because we surprised them, we get to go first as well. So let's see if we can't whittle him down a little bit. Because he's stunned, he'll completely lose his turn, and that's why I want to drop him down quickly, because he does that. Now, this is an AoE damaging attack. You can see with those little red linking things, means it'll hit 2 targets at a time, and it's the first 2 targets. This guy is so big, he takes up 2 targets. So I'm going to hopefully stun him again. Yeah, he's got a 50% chance, so it's a 50-50. It's either you do, you don't. And we take him out. Now we can 100% focus on him. And you saw that white halo around him. A white halo will cause him to lose stress. That happens when you get a crit or when you kill an enemy. So getting the killing blow or getting a crit. Crits will generally give most of your party a positive, stress reduction, whereas a crit from the enemy team will actually give your entire team a negative stress down kind of thing, and that's something you don't want to deal with. Now I'm going to try to keep chain stunning him, keep the bleed going so he can never touch me. We're just going to make this a nice and simple fight. Hoping to get a crit, but by now we should be good. Nope, looks like he's going to get 1 hit on us. Ooh. Am I bleeding? Nope, and that resisted. Awesome. So just going to knock him out right now. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Ooh, wow, we got a nice one. We got lots of money. Got a bust. That's actually used for upgrading. Now, you can finish up the dungeon and go back to town, or you can open the chest. Now, if I had a key, I could put it right here, and it would open the chest's secret compartment, and I would have no booby traps, nothing to worry about. I had to get extra items. I don't have that, so more than likely it's booby trapped. But let's go ahead and open up and see what we get. Yeah, it's trapped, blighted, which means I take 2 damage for 3 rounds, or just moving around, I'll take damage. I don't know if it counts in here, since, yeah, it's kind of a tutorial level, so it probably doesn't count. Alright, so you've got 5,000 gold for the quest reward. We earned 2,300, and we have 2 busts when we go back. Now, they each hit level 1, so they get new traits and stress faster. So when his stress is above 50, Negative 100% more food consumed. I'm not sure what that means. I'm guessing he doesn't consume food when he's above or he's high stress. This one's nice though. While in the Warren's dungeon, he'll do 15% extra damage, and he's a really high damage dealer, so that's actually a really good trait to have. Now, those are both positive. Whenever you finish your level and you do that stuff, you can always get a negative trait, and it's not something you want to get, but you can wipe it away once you unlock the sanitarium, I believe it is. So we start off with 20 crests, 10 deeds, 10 portraits, and 12 busts. And yeah, so this is our quest log. We need to get everyone to level 6, and we also need to defeat all these bosses, but you gotta earn them. So the first day in town, the only things unlocked are the graveyard, which he's awfully excited to see me, and don't worry, we'll send plenty of people to him. But everything's pretty run down and right now, but you gotta complete some quests to make sure we get some money and unlock everything. And there's our castle up there. So we're gonna look in here, because to go into a dungeon, you have to have 4. You cannot go in with only 2. So we have Boyslevesque and Evek. Some weird names. So we got Incision, Blinding Gas, that's a stun, that's a poison gas. Ooh, Indy's Battlefield Medicine, that's nice. She's a dud hitter, health below 50%, he loses crit, and he has a +5 dodge. Or she. And while we're here, I'm actually going to do this, because you can actually rename your people. I'm going to name this one Karos from her girlfriend. There we go. Go ahead and hit enter there. Since she is on the title screen, we're going to put her in there. And that's what Evek's got. So she's a bad gambler, increases the chance of losing money while gambling, and stout. And camp 15%. So not good, not bad. But oh yeah, she has the exact type of stuff I have too. Although I much prefer having illumination. I'll probably drop Hand of Light for illumination, because this actually adds to my torch in a dungeon, which can be really helpful. Now, this is technically a woman, but I do like my Vestal as me, so we're going to call her Caretaker for now. Alright, so Karos and Caretaker. I believe you can change your name at any time too, so why don't we go ahead and get a name for Reynald and Dismas, okay? You let me know in the comments below, and I'll name them. Alright, so we're all set there. Now, we can upgrade this as well, and you do kind of want to get this updated. Just for the simple fact, the more people you have coming, the better it is. So I like to go ahead and upgrade this one real quick. And you could choose to have this one, which increases your roster, but right now you're not really going to need that. So you can either go up to 4, or you can just get 1. So right now there's only 2, but I like to have 3 because it gives me a good variety. When you go up to 4, though, you can pretty much come back and get a whole fresh new party once you've finished a dungeon. So, but it's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and try that out this time, just to see how it works out for me. Alright, so we've done everything we can here. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the first battle. So, wow, look at that. Our first dungeon. If we finish it, we get 3,000 gold, 2 busts, 2 crests, and an ancestral level berserk mask. So, minus 16% stress heal. Yeah, I'm going to take that if I can get it. So to click it, you just gotta, or to enter it, all these are locked until, they'll randomly open up. This isn't open yet. This is technically the last level of the game. Once you get through this, you've beaten the game. But right now you can't. All you can do is level infinitely. This shows, you know, your upgrades, what you've done. This is your trinkets. But we're gonna jump right into this. Now, I got confused on this. The order you put your people is actually very important because certain attacks can't reach. So you want to have your healers in the back. You want Plague Doctor in the back. Your healer here. You want Dismas right here, and you want Reynald right in the front to act as a tank. Now we're going to provision them. Now we made plenty of money, and I just want to make sure I remember where we're going. This is the Ruins. Okay, so the Ruins has a lot of unholy types. So that means we're going to be looking at poison, we're going to be looking at bleeding. So what I like to do is I like to take... We shouldn't need actually more than 4, because if we ever get hit with the food debuff, 4 is all we're going to need max. I'm going to take a shovel just in case, 2 anti-venoms, 2 bandages, even though I can't really cure it, a skeleton key, and we're going to take... it's a short dungeon, but I'm going to take 4 torches. Now these are items we can use in there. Now I'm going to warn you right now, if you try to use these items in the dungeon, or if you try to, you know, finish a dungeon with them, you do not get a refund. So do not be afraid to use these items. You know, I mean, you don't want to just, like, piss them away, but you know. And as you can see, they're in the range that I put them, so Now this is our map.
Line.
So to do this, we have to complete every battle. Now, room battles include these rooms. If you have a battle in between these little blocks, I don't think it counts. We're going to go down first, hit that last room up, and then we're going to come back. Now, the entire time you're doing this, yeah, see, this is available and the cabinet is locked. Luckily, we have a skeleton key, so... And bam, treasure trash. Ooh, four crests, 575 gold, and 2 jade. Oh, a jade, sorry. Alright. Unfortunately, we recover kind of ooh. Literally throughout the place will be traps. Some you can't see, some you can see. And as you're running and walking through the dungeons, you always have a chance of taking damage. Now, if there's anything in a room that you can click on, you're going to get attacked. Now, here's what I meant by him having, you know, AoE damage. I could do this to increase my accuracy, which would be nice. But we're just going to go ahead and... There we go. So we got a good hit off on them. Now, you want to knock these guys out, and this is why. They start bleeding effects, and bleeding effects really suck. You also want to knock these people out because now that Kairos has been pulled forward, she can't use some of her healing abilities, or she can't use some of her abilities, and that's an issue. So here's his AoE, not as much damage as it's open, but we're going to go ahead and heal up this man right here, because he's taking a hit. I don't know why he's there. Oh, he got hit by a trap. Yeesh. Now, one of the cool things about this game is when you're in the middle of a fight, you can actually bandage during the fight and you'll be okay. So I'm not going to... I don't want to bend to him just yet, but I'm going to knock him out. I want to get him bleeding and knocked out as soon as possible. And unfortunately, that didn't work. Luckily, Renaud is very tanky, and I can make him even tankier if I choose. Now, from right here, he's pretty much safe. He can still be hit, but let's see. Oh, look at the triple! And see how much stress he just relieved from that? And then, of course, you know, she knocks me right back up. Now, everyone's taking a little bit of damage, so I'm going to use Divine Comfort here. This will actually give everyone a little bit of health, which is always really nice to keep everyone topped off. Now, this will last for 2 more rounds, so I'm not really too worried about it. So I'm going to go ahead and stun her, or I'm going to, or she could dodge it. Let's go ahead and Incision. And you can see everything there, as you can see right here, she's got 25 resistance to everything, been just a natural 50% debuff resistance. Alright, and as you can see, every time I get hit or I take something, the darkness goes down, which increases my stress, and increases their accuracy and their damage. So that's something we definitely have to watch out for. I should get her bleeding, yep, and that's going to actually increase the damage of the bleed. Now I want to heal everyone again. I like to keep everyone topped off, or at least someone at a high level, just in case. And then we're going to smite her. Alright. Oh, we got another key. Awesome. Now, I'm going to go ahead and burn a torch just to keep it above there, while keep his damage up there. Now, anyone opening this can get booby-trapped or hurt, which is nice that I have some of these. So we're just going to go ahead and open up and risk it. And, fuck yeah, no traps. And those are good to upgrade our town. So we're just going to keep moving along. As you can see, they took a little bit of damage, and that was that. Now, she's our lowest, but so is he, and he's got a lot of health, so I'm going to have him open it. An Urn of Ashes of the Departed. Now, I don't know what item here could work on that. I've tried a few. Ooh, crap, random battle. Alright, so these guys don't take a lot of damage, but they are unholy, which means if anyone had any kind of unholy, you know, ooh, it spooks them out, then yeah. Also, these guys are 100% bleed resistant, so don't use something like Open Vein on them. You will waste the ability. It does damage, but the best part of the ability is that it, you know, it makes them bleed. So I'm going to heal him up. I could have killed that monster. I probably should have. Now that I see he's going to hit me. Ooh, yeah, I definitely should have killed him. But I figure I can kill him. There it is. There's some damage. That's my boy. I'm going to use that one because the Plate Grenade actually hits really hard. And generally, they're not immune to Blight. I'm not sure why. You'd figure, you know, zombies would be immune to Blight, but whatever. Now, this has a chance of... Alright, so just dull it unnecessary. Sometimes I can give you a bad passage and it will freak out your character. Oh god. Well, I know we technically have to do this. So this is the big room that's got a lot of damage in it. So now these guys can hit. Ooh, watch. Yeah, getting crit causes a lot of stress. And I just realized I forgot to move her back so she could use blinding gas. So we're gonna move these two like this. We're going to make him go ahead and try his AoE. Nice. Now, these two are a pain, and you really got to watch out for them because they can shoot anyone, and they have a tendency to go for your back line. So, ooh, man. It's looking like we might actually lose someone this fight. Can we... That's not what I wanted to see. See, normally I have him with a heal, and I have her with a really good heal too, so... You might actually get to see the death's door mechanic this early. Alright, so she has a thing where she can stun people in the back row, and of course they dodge it. The game is not kind. So now he's going to be on death's door. He has a chance of dying right now. Luckily, he dodged it. Now, when he's at death's door, anything can kill him right now. Anything can. But he has a chance to either... He's a 50-50. Either you die to death's door and you lose the character 100%, or it says death's door and he lives another day. By bringing him back from death's door, he can now take 2 hits, technically. You gotta hate those things. We gotta make sure we take them out quickly. And unfortunately, you can't eat food during it to heal or anything like that. So, we need to knock them out. Or they could, dodge again. It's looking like we might lose Kairos early. Okay, so she hit death's door. Really, really lucky there. Take him out. There it is. There's the double. I would really, really want to heal her, but I have no one who can do it. So let's take him out. Blight him. Blight him. Alright. Alright, so he's going after him. Hopefully he's got the health to survive it. He does. Now we're going to heal Kairos up. I really hope. I was about to say, am I really going to lose my girl from the first major fight of the game? Damn. Alright, there's the damage. Thank you, Reyna. I really want to get him stunned and blighted up and hurting, because I have nothing that can heal during a fight, which is really unfortunate, but that's why it's very important to bring a healer along. And unfortunately, he resisted the blight. We got her up to 9 health now. We have to worry about him, though, so it's something we need to watch out for. Unfortunately, he's too far ahead. As you can see, this can only hit the back 3, so he's going to have to either go with this or this. Now, this has got better accuracy. Even if he can't bleed, I'm still going to do it just because it's going to do more damage. Thank you. He's going after Reynard. Why could you have done that before? And he dodged it. Oh, well, this lets me get another heal off. As I said, the only other way to heal is to waste food, and I'm not sure if I want to do that, so... Alright, we got a Bloodthirst Ring, negative 100% more food consumed. Okay, we got a shovel, nice. So, like I said, there's no way to heal in between, so sometimes getting into a battle is actually the best way to heal a party member. Oof. Ooh, that was a bad hit.
The trap maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Yeah. So we're getting a pretty rough start right now. But then again, this is how roguelikes are. You're gonna get rough starts. Now, I don't want to waste my torch just yet until it goes... You see, here's what I mean, hunger. The exertions of adventuring have produced a great hunger once the party. And everyone gets 5% health. Now, if I didn't have that food, they all would have taken a massive amount of damage. It probably would have knocked Kairos and Dismas... His name is Dismas. Dismas down to death's door again. Open this up for his lasting effects. Yes! Oh my god, nice. So, later on, we can open up a armorsmith and a blacksmith who does armor and weapons, which means everything is going to be cheaper. Now, as you can see, it's starting to get darker in here, so we're going to pop another torch to keep it lit. Because that actually... Well, really? Man, I just can't win today. If it gets worse, I may have to go ahead and dip. And here's the scouting mechanic. So we can see that that's a treasure room, which means that that is, in fact, a fight. This is a trap, that's a regular box, and we have a fight coming up, so... It means we're going to have to keep her healed, and we're going to have to keep Dismas healed. Now, you want to check your party members. He's only got a 10% chance for traps. Kairos has a 15% chance. She's got 0. She'll set off the trap. He's got a 30% chance, so we're going to send him. And yes, he managed to disarm the trap. Now, if I didn't scout, or I didn't get the option to scout... Yeah, see, watch. See how much damage it just took? And now they're all getting kind of crazy. So I'm actually going to open this up, and crap. So that's knocking my stress up really high. Now, I would love to go in that next room, and I would love to finish the first dungeon. But he's got 2 health. She's got 6 health. He's down to 9. And the only one up right now is my healer. And that's just too risky. So, if there's one other problem, though. If I abandon this quest right now, I will end up getting a negative effect for all of them. That's going to have to get wiped off. But it's just too risky to lose Dismas and lose Kairos. So I'm going to go ahead and abandon the quest. And this will unfortunately strengthen him out. But you do get to collect and keep everything you've made. So this means we can upgrade. Yeah, as you can see, they're all going to get negative effects now. So he's bulimic now. So while I'm camping in bigger dungeons, he'll actually... He won't be healed as... Ooh, natural swing. Nice. What that basically means is when he's in a camp, if I heal him, if it'll heal for 2, or if I'll heal for 10, it'll heal for 8 instead. Alright, she got Warren's Tactician. Nice. And what did Kairos get? Xenophobia. So she's afraid of beasts. Whenever beast does any kind of damage, it'll do stress. She'll take 20% extra. But thick-blooded, 10% blight resist. That's actually really helpful. So 2 of them got negative effects, but we can knock them out once we unlock this building right there.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the
Alright, so we're gonna check in here. We got... Nice, nice. I much prefer to have Breakthrough, though, because Breakthrough is really good. She's got Fear Beast, Hydomania, Hard Skinned. Ooh, so she can actually take a hit and deal a lot of damage. So I do want to grab her. He's another kind of healer. Sometimes it bugs, though. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, see, sometimes it'll bug out. It's kind of a pain. But oh well. Okay, so he's got some debuffs and buffing. He's got negative damage. Will only drink. Okay, that's an issue. Resist affliction, light above. No. Let's look at Bele. Meditator, unequipped mind, may not meditate, and obsessed with the paranormal. He's got a heal. He's got a good debuff. He can pull someone forward. He's got an AoE. We'll go ahead and we'll grab him. Sorry about that. The game is still, with OBS, I think it tends to crash sometimes. And I'm recording a bunch of stuff. So anyway. We'll look at Bele. So Bele's got Battlefield Medicine. That's pretty good. Let's see. He's off guard. Ew, that's... He's got damage, but look at that. See, that's just bad. We're gonna... Sorry, Bele, I'm gonna have to let you go. We did get another one when the game reset, though. So he's got Tippler. Will only drink when lights above 75, less than 20%. 5% resistance to affliction. You got debuffs. You got the Plague Grenade. Torn Rotator Cuff. Yeah... I mean, normally it does. They don't really do melee damage, and most of these are ranged. That's not that bad, but the fact that it'll only drink, or she'll only drink, is actually an issue. So we're gonna look up. Besides, I've already got a Plague Doctor. I'm good. All right, and so now we have a tavern. Now the tavern is stress relief. The whole point of this is to, lower their stress levels, because the stress levels don't leave; they stay forever. Now, if I try to put Reynard in here, watch. See, he won't go anywhere unless I go to the Abbey, which unfortunately my character is apparently praying in, which means that I can't use it to pray, which is why I was talking about needing to get rid of his God-fearing trait as soon as possible, but you need to go through a few dungeons to unlock that stuff first, but you can always upgrade that whenever you need to. As for these other two, let's see, I'm going to put... He's got the highest stress. We're going to go ahead and give Kairos some R&R. Ooh, the lewd R&R. I'm going to go into... Dismas is going to go into this since he can't do anything else. And I'm going to go into the gambling hall. Now, each one of these can hold up to 3 people once you've upgraded them further. But they're also different levels of stress. This is like about 60. This is about 70. This is about 80 points of stress. And of course, you can always upgrade each one. And since I have a fair amount of portraits on me right now, I'm going to go ahead and do just a minor upgrade to those to make sure that they're ready for the next fight. And then in here, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for him to leave. I don't know what he does to leave or how. So, and then as you can see, they're back. So you know what? We're going to go and we're going to grab them. We're going to make this our mess around team, if you will. They're going to be our go in and die team. So Reynard, unfortunately, is going to have to wait to heal, which really sucks because that's going to put us behind. I might do some stuff off screen just to get him back in the action, because all he can do is this. But as soon as we unlock this building right here, I'll be able to wipe out that God-fearing trait, and he'll be all set to go and heal up for the next fights. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Not every episode is going to be this long, by the way. This is only an introduction episode, so it's a little bit longer than usual. So I hope that's not a problem. But anyway, I'm going to head to the grave. I hope you're all as excited to watch this as I am to make it. Thank you all so much for watching. Welcome to town, everyone.